So if we are trying to figure out the weak acids, know that an acid is something, you're going to learn more about acids, but the acids that we're going to be looking at for this section have an H in the front of them. So if I go over here and I put an H here, and because of this charge being a -3 here, I'm going to need 3 H's, H3P. Notice it's not in my strongs, but it has an H in the front. That means it's weak. So I could go over here. This is a -2 column. So that is going to be H2SE. Again, it's not in the strong list, so it's weak. So anything on this right-hand side just about that I put an H with, like right here, it's weak. If you put an H with this one, this is water, and we will talk more about water. Water can be weak acid or a weak base, but that is kind of a different topic. But on this side, that's how you figure out if it's weak. If it has an H in the front, and it's not one of the bases. There's another type of an acid that is weak, and you remember these were the oxo acids right here. So again, the H has to be in the front, and then one of these elements over here on the right-hand side, like an S or something, HSO3. This is a -2 charge, so I need a 2 here. These are not the same. They have different number of oxygens. Notice it's not highlighted pink. It's not a strong one. It's got H's in front, so it must be weak. You'll see a lot more of these that are weak. Maybe you would see HNO2. Again, it's not HNO3, not highlighted pink, not in the list, so it's weak. So all of these are examples of weak acids. So it could be H with elements. It could be H with those same elements with also oxygens. And there's one more category up here. This is something that you would see in organic chemistry. So if you're going into the next semester, know that we'll be seeing some pictures like this throughout the semester. And this right here, COH with a double bond O, and it's super important that it has a double bond O. Another way that this could be written is CH3, no sets for those threes, and then COOH. So if you ever see OOH on the end of anything at all, that's going to be a weak acid. So it's kind of 3 ways you can see something to be a weak acid. Now let's look at the weak bases. So we know where our strong ones are. So let's go ahead and we're going to look at for our weak bases. So it's basically anything on this side of the chart with an OH group with it that isn't strong. So I could put OH, and chromium tends to be 3, so it's OH3. I could do nickel, OH2, zinc, OH2. That one doesn't look quite right on my paper. But any of these that have OH groups on them but aren't in the strong, MgOH2, that means it's weak. So there's one type of weak base, and the other type of weak base is a little bit easier to see. It doesn't have lots of crazy exceptions. It's something that looks like this, and the key part on this one is that it has this nitrogen, and the nitrogen is going to have a lone pair, and specifically it's attached to either carbons or hydrogens. Like that attachment to those elements, that's the key part. So a nitrogen has a lone pair, and it's got either hydrogens or carbons on it. We call them amines, but they are weak bases. They are going to pop up through the semester, and so you will see plenty more of these, but that's kind of the key part. And a quick note over here, if we were doing this HNO3, notice you see a nitrogen on here, but notice it's got like oxygens with it and hydrogens. The nitrogen, to be in this category of a weak base, it can only be hydrogens or carbons attached. It can't be any other elements. It's got to be that combination.